Strategies change, tactics change, but our core values remain the compass. And why is that? Let's talk about that today. We talked about core values being our compass on, I think, day 2, probably day 2, day 3. I believe it was day 2, though. We talked about, hey, what are my spiritual core values? We're focusing on spirituality all this month. Welcome to day 223 of our Supersize You annual challenge. It's a really interesting topic, and it's an exercise I actually learned from Dean Graziosi called the 7 Why exercise. And I'd done the 5 Why exercise for, probably 20 years by the time I heard about this from Dean Graziosi in January of 2020. And I remember it because it was 2020 and the pandemic. I didn't realize I would remember it, but since we were locked down for a lot of time, I had a lot of time to reflect on and review and figure out and analyze and decide what I wanted to do moving forward during the pandemic. One of the things I moved forward with was doing a challenge every other month, a 30-plus day challenge, to keep myself moving and doing something and being productive and to help other people to do the same. And one of the things that I revisited and brought up every month was every other month, remember, every other month challenge, for 2 years. And since then, in all of my annual challenges I've done it, this is year 9, I share this why exercise for each of the different areas and aspects of the life framework. So, and even the months that we're not doing one of the 9, we cover it at least once. Why? Why? Because it's that important. Now, here's the rub with the 7 Why exercise. And it's not really the rub, but it's the critical piece to remember. We need to ask ourselves this series of 7 whys to understand what makes us tick, to understand why we actually do the things we do. Because a lot of times we'll do things and we'll watch ourselves from the outside and we'll be like, why did I do that silly thing? Why did I do that stupid thing? Why did I do that awesome thing? And we have to reflect on that so that, number one, we can do more of the awesome things and less of the things we consider a little bit on the stupid side, right? Or silly or mistakes type side. And we do that by understanding ourselves better. And this is a great exercise for getting to the root cause of anything, not just what makes us tick, but if you've got a problem in your job or in your business or something, it's a great tool for that as well. We just asked ourselves a series of 7 whys. But it's excellent at getting at the things that may be impacting us and impacting our behavior and our choices and our decision making and everything else that makes us who we are. Because we don't understand that it's something we learned when we were 3 or 6 or 7, and we're still playing that in our subconscious, because our comfort zone and our subconscious are there to keep us safe, keep us the same, never changing, never growing, never deteriorating, just the same. The truth is the world's changing around us all the time. So if we're not getting better and becoming a better version of ourselves, guess what? We're falling behind where we could be. And is that bad? Not always. Sometimes we need to take a break and just chill for a while. But other times, I think most of us are designed for growth and expansion. So what's the 7 Why exercise? We're going to think of our spiritual values today, our spiritual core values, because usually if we ask ourselves this around a core value, we'll get the most profound information about ourselves. Why do we want to do this? Because we want to know what makes us tick and decide, claim our personal power back and say, okay, yeah, that happened when I was 5. I understand how it happened and why it broke my little heart back then. But I am now 66. So does that have to impact me anymore? No. I get to choose and decide as an adult what past experiences are going to continue to impact my decision making, my choices, the way I show up in the world. And guess what? I don't think there's much of when I was 5 that I need to hang on to. Actually, that's not true. There's a ton of what happened when I was 5 that I need to hang on to, or 2 or 3. I was one tenacious little bugger and very outgoing. And somehow a lot of that got slapped out of me. And I miss that vibrant little girl. And so sometimes we'll let her peek out again. All right. So today, I want you to think about one of your spiritual core values. Pick any one. We did this on, I think, the 2nd. And so you've got it written down, hopefully in your challenge journal or somewhere. If you're like me, it's probably on a Post-it note somewhere. But just pick one. Or you know what your core values are, right? They're centered to who you are and how you show up in the world. Mine are love, creativity, continuous improvement, lifelong learning, making the world a better place, having a positive impact on other humans. So I could pick any one of those. And all we do is we ask ourselves, well, why do I want that? Why is that important to me? Either one of those are great starter questions. And whatever pops into your head first, write it on the first line. Then ask yourself, well, why do I want that? Write that on the second line. And do that all the way through to number 7 and see what your answer is. And just ponder it and ask, well, does this feel true to me? And if you're crying, it's absolutely positively true for you. If you've got any sensation in your body that's different, then it's true for you. So pay attention to that. And then share in the comments below how you like the exercise. And if you had an epiphany or an aha moment or a, oh my gosh, this is why I've done these 10 things recently that I didn't understand. Well, it's because your subconscious trying to get your attention so you let go with that thing. So we're going to do that today. I also want to talk about the SOAP framework. We picked a spiritual area of improvement, and I picked adding a spiritual component to my school community because I haven't done it consciously. So we're doing it consciously this week. And what does that look like? Well, yesterday we decided a bunch of options. We came up with at least 10, right? 10, 3, 1. And we're going to take those 3. The 3 we're most likely to act on now. Maybe not the 3 best ideas. You get to decide how you pick your 3. But once you pick your 3, we are going to do the super fancy technical pros and cons technique on it. We're just going to list what are all the reasons for each of the 3 options. What are all the reasons to do it? What are all the reasons not to do it? And then we're just going to pick the one that appeals to us the most, that we'll take one step toward today. We're going to take one action on today. Then you can share in the comments below, what action did you take? Because I think that reaffirms that you're taking action, you're doing the thing, you're holding yourself accountable. I'm not going to hold you accountable on this. This is not that kind of challenge. It's all about you becoming the best possible version of yourself. And we all do that at our own pace. And so those are our action items today. I know, 2 action items. Oh my God. Yeah, if you see my to-do, actually my to-do lists are really simple now. I actually just do a 1-week sheet because I am simplifying and making things easier on myself just to get more done these days. All right, any questions about any of this? What do? You reach out and ask because that's what I'm here for. Go out, make it an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.